Thursday. Today's Thursday, right? Yeah, happy Thursday. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody is doing well out there. So good to be here with you guys. We need to talk, man. We need to bring the sanity back. We need to figure out what the heck is going on here, right? So let me know where you guys are at in the comments, in the Commonwealth or English speaking world, wherever you are at. Boots on the ground and wherever you're at. And yeah, it's bring back the sanity. It's concerning of what is going on, what is going down, and how it's coming down on us. And I am severely concerned. So we got Patriot Canadian from Outlook, Saskatchewan. How you doing, buddy? Uh, yeah, Putin is angry. They poked the bear enough. We know. Yeah, so that's going down. And the mainstream media coverage is doing a really lousy job trying to lie about this. Hey, Richard, what's going on? So the mainstream media is doing a really having a really tough time lying about this one, right? Hope we have a prosperous day too, Sheridan Forbes. So, anyways, sanity needs to come back somehow, somewhere, and I just think things are going to get a lot more uglier before they get any better. And what's damaging and what I've been noticing that's really concerning me, and I think it's being done on purpose, and I know it's being done on purpose. We could prove it's being done on purpose. What's concerning me is yesterday. Okay, I'm going to tune in. I'm on YouTube. I'm going to tune in on YouTube. I don't really I don't care what other channels. I mean, I care about people, but I mean, I don't care what other channels are talking about. Whatever. We just talk about our own thing here, and I kind of keep it that way. And but I do watch biblical stuff, audiobooks, and the odd historical documentary from time to time, just to kind of figure things out. But I've been realizing lately that a lot of it is bad. So I don't know if you remember the short I did for you guys where they're erasing history for a better future. Where is a little short, and I have several books at my house that were published in the early 1800s. And the one book that I have was published in 1833. And that book shows you the evolvement or the changes in the borders in Europe. Okay, so it shows you what countries are where countries are at, where things start to happen. So the book was published in 1833. So the newest reference in that book is 1833. Now hear me out. I'm watching this documentary with a couple of million views. The channel's probably 8 months old and 500,000 subscribers. I'm like, okay, this guy must be on his ball. So I'm watching something on the Middle Ages. The Middle Ages. Okay, so the Dark Ages. Dark Ages, Middle Age. So from the year 4 to 500, they're talking about, and they're building it up gradually. So what's really weird is when they're trying to explain to the people what is going on through geographically on their maps. So they're showing their maps. So Spain is there, Italy's there, France, everything's there in the year 500. Those countries never existed. But the French and the Germans were doing this at the time, and the French were doing. There was no Germans and French. There was tribes of different families and different empires and different settlements and stuff, but there was no unification. There was no country. Portugal, of course, was not on the map. They never. And I'm gonna make a documentary for you. I'm gonna take the time to put something together. Why are they in such this big this big thing that they have to get rid of, eliminate the Portuguese Empire from history? I don't understand. I don't know. This is before colonial, dude. This is before the colonial empires. We're talking about the Dark Ages. and going Middle Ages. We're talking about the way back then. We're talking. So the guy's map is showing all these countries like they are today and showing where they were doing and what they were doing in the year 500 and what the French were doing. But the French don't exist. In that video I made for you guys, none of these countries existed. The only country, and then he went into in the Middle East and he was talking about Mecca and this and that and all this stuff in the Middle East and what was going on in the build up there. And I'm like, wait a minute, we got a problem here. Mecca did not exist on a map, okay, until the year 7, 8, 900. Like, wait. There was no way to get to that place, Mecca. Medina, yes. Medina appeared on a map in about the year 301. Maybe the year 350. Medina was on a map. It was there. But Mecca? Oh, no way. Mecca showed up 7, 8, 900, the year of 7, 8, 900. So they're connecting the dots in history of places that didn't even exist at the time and showing people how things were brought forward and how we are here today. But they don't even have a proper layout of what the maps or what the displacement of the areas even look like. That is really concerning. So the guy I fast forward through it and they get to the year about 1000, and again the maps are still the same. They're trying to teach you history from a way of excluding all these other places and inventing places that never existed on a map. So, but the problem, here's the problem. People are watching this and say, "Oh, this is a great job. Thanks for doing this." Wait. But we're being misinformed. We are being severely misinformed. So I don't know why. I think YouTube is being part of this, where they're actually allowing people to post videos without really. Okay, I did real estate videos. I'm not a real estate agent. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But I'm seeing what's going on in the financial sector and how things do not look good and making our predictions. But I don't go back and then try to change what I said or try to, manipulate and there's no there, but they're going back and they're actually physically changing history, physically changing things that never happened. When you're talking about things on a map and things that happen on that map, and that place didn't even exist on a map, we got ourselves a problem here. And I'm afraid that we are changing history so much that I got a really bad feeling. So, okay, somebody's saying, hello, everybody, says Steve the Cross. Have you ever heard of the Plantigist? Valerie saying Mecca 690 AD. That's probably a Google reference. I think it was a little bit later. I know. In the Arab world, Medina did exist on a map in the year 300, 310, 330. I have to reference. Okay, a lot of the books that I have and I preserved with my life were all published in the early 1800s. So they're over 100, so 1930 to almost 200 years old. All the maps, the references, and everything, like I don't. And there, you should see the one on the Portuguese Empire. 1602. All of Africa, all around Africa was occupied or had trading posts. The Portuguese had, I think it was 295 trading posts all over the world, like they're trying to do with the BRICS nations today, what they're trying to do with this huge shipping thing. Portuguese already did that. And that's why the Queen of England in the year 1700 ordered a decree to open fire on unarmed Portuguese merchant ships. So they blew up a bunch of ships at ports all over the world. They were just ransacking the Portuguese Empire. But I'll find that reference and show it to you guys in a book. That book was published in 1802. So I could show that to you guys, okay? So you guys could see that here it is. There's the date the book was published. I'm not making this up. So I've always thought it was Nimrod that built the Tower of Babel. Lately, I've been hearing that it was Nebuchadnezzar. Yes, so if you want to go back to Babylonia, Babylonia existed on, like, all these biblical cities, they're all in existence. All these places are real in the Bible. All these places are real, right? But it's almost like, I don't know. I'm just concerned about um, I'm just concerned about where we're going because the more statues they take down. I was watching a Mike of the Night from 2017, when they're taking down statues. They started taking this whole statue thing down. Then late 2017, I think it was, they took, or was it early 2018? They took down the John A. Macdonald, um, first Prime Minister of Canada, statue down. Very heartbreaking, very disappointing, very, these people left an example: good, bad, ugly, disgusting, great, amazing, I love you. But we can't follow, we can't understand. It's all being erased. 1984 and the Mandela effect. We need people in church studying the Bible. But I'm just concerned, guys. I'm really concerned because we're losing our sanity. A lot of people are losing themselves. We're all going. Everybody's got some sort of a problem or a hard time they're going through. And like I'm really trying my best. I'm really trying my best. To keep my sanity, keep my cool, keep my, keep my head up on my shoulders. Try to maintain a good, sensible, for my kids and stuff. And this is the problem we're having. The problem we're facing, and I don't know what to. I don't know what to. I don't know what to say anymore. You know, if there's anybody in the comments out there that has something to say, let me know. I'm going to G doctor. This crap has messed my gut. Yeah, in extreme times, people turn to church and always the spiritual side. Do you think we are on some simulation loop and we have already done this before? Sometimes I have major deja vu that I lived in the past times, and I've already done this as well. So what's happened is there are decompression or rehabilitation chambers. Now, before you click this off and dismiss me as a nut, look at what's happening outside here before you dismiss me. I've been studying near death experiences for 20 plus, maybe longer now because I'm 45, for years. I've been so factuated by the afterlife. And there was one near death experience of a woman. I think she was dead for 14 minutes or 20. I can't remember. But she was dead for a long time. She was dead, and the family said their goodbyes. They put the sheet over her head, blah, blah, blah. And then she just came back with a breath of fresh air 14, 15 minutes later after she was presumed dead. And she said something that was kind of important. She said that when she was in heaven, she was in this huge hall and she was meeting with family and people that she's never seen before. Everything was more vivid and more better than here. That this felt like this was the dream, and she did not want to come back to earth. She did not want to come back. And she said something. She said that while she was with family, she saw that there was these healing chambers that souls would go in that had a really rough time on earth, that have lived in previous lives or have lived a detrimental bad ending that they needed to heal. And yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that we don't know. There's so much stuff that we don't know out there that we think we know. And it's nice to know that we think we know. It's nice. We don't know. We don't know squat. We don't know nothing. And I think we only realize this after we die. Hi, Pamela. Pamela Page saying, I love NDEs. So we got people think that everything from Europe comes from a few countries. They selected the favored ones based on bases and lies, etc. Yeah, that's the, like, if the cartographers, they don't never mention the Portuguese going around the world mapping Australia. No, Mike, the Dutch mapped Australia. No, the Portuguese were in Asia or Southeast Asia, in the Australia region and New Zealand region 300 years before anyone else. But we can't state that. We can't talk. We can't. It's like it's non-existent. So I don't understand. Like, are we going to start erasing civilizations from history, even ones that exist today, and just say that they're just non-existent? Like, are they going to move towards that? I'm going to go back in a few years to this video and find this timestamp where I said this. I'm going to find this timestamp. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a feeling that they're purposely going to wipe things out. Awareness is the key, and your voice is important. That said, keep doing humanity's work. God bless and Godspeed. Read the Antichrist and a cup of tea. And I saw the same thing. A long haul light. I believe in the multiverse is real. Yeah. Yeah, it's all real. It's bigger. We're a joke. Yeah, because we're here, we see through our two eyes. 99% of verified near-death experiences see in a 360 view. Because we're stuck and confined to our bodies, we see through our eyes. It's the 360 view once you're out of your body. You're like, oh. My favorite, you know what my favorite is about NDEs? Is atheist scientist, 2 PhDs dies. And the first thing they notice is like, oh, this is real? I thought this was a joke. I thought this was like a fairy tale. I thought when we die, it's over. Yeah, no, it's not over. Nowhere near over. Yeah, I saw a thing. They can't hold down silver much longer. Yeah, silver. I don't know. I purchased a lot, quite a bit of silver years ago, and I put it into storage, and I hope it goes up. But if it goes up and things start to correct, a lot of people are going to be left by the wayside. A lot of people are going to struggle, man. Like, look, I'm here. I got my own bit. I'm struggling. People, oh, you're making a killing with your store. No, I'm not. I'm getting killed at my store. I'm getting freaking destroyed at the store. Watch COVID save my life. Yeah, absolutely amazing story. The lies in seats of power will never stop. The greed of mankind will be the death of mankind. No, my store is in a small town. You go to mtg.toys. I could ship anything to you. mtg.toys, guys. mtg.toys. Go ahead and order something if you can. There's just so much stuff to go over. Like if you guys want to pick up a board game, don't buy Monopoly and Scrabble. Buy something outside the realm. Yes, Mike Portuguese did a lot of things. First, like capturing Africans. The rest of us just let the Africans catch each other and then bought them. Yeah, so everybody keeps hitting me with this whole slavery thing with the Portuguese. The Portuguese were severely outnumbered everywhere they went. They wouldn't win any war against anybody. They were always outnumbered. And they always hit us. They hit us. They hit me when I was a teenager working for a company that they found out I was Portuguese and they fired me. I went to places for employment, and we don't hire your kind here. We couldn't run an ad that said no Portuguese, but no Portuguese. Just like Family Guy. We're being hit and punished, and I never understood mass deportations of Portuguese in Canada. Well, that never happened, Mike. Yeah, it did. Go to ChatGPT. It'll tell you what happened. So we're always like the worst. It was the Spanish were the biggest in the slave trade. The Portuguese were out mapping and doing all kinds of stuff. The Portuguese were actually, why were the Portuguese welcomed? And so why was it the Portuguese welcomed in Japan? Only Portuguese were allowed, and they had a trade post in Nagasaki. Why were only the Portuguese allowed to trade with Japan for hundreds of years until they had to open up? Why? If we are the worst in history, if we are the ones that started all these problems, why? Why? We're going to be non-existent in 10 years anyway. So why is everybody, you know? Templars are still here. Just go by other names now. Yeah, I just never understood why the culture I'm part of is just so hated, manipulated in soccer, like hated through every level. History non-existent, sports non-existent, and if we win, we cheat. There's like one after another after another. Why do they hate? Why are the Portuguese so hated so much? Why? I worked at a dealership in Vancouver. I don't know, maybe 8, 9, 10 years ago. I worked at a dealership. I'm there. car salesmen, they stood around and started telling Portuguese jokes and how dumb we are and how don't tell people you're Portuguese. That's the most embarrassing thing you will ever do is tell people you're Portuguese. Don't ever say that. They're pirates and this and that. That's why I have my Portugal flag everywhere, and that's why I'm a Portuguese. My kids are Portuguese. I'm gonna give them citizenship, and they're gonna die. I'm gonna die a Portuguese. So I don't know why we're so hated, why throughout history we're so hated. Who else is here? It's a new chapter, Mike. There's no new chapters. There's no new chapters. I can still go to parts of Toronto, Ontario, and say, "Are you Portuguese?" Yeah. Oh, we can't hire you. You think I'm kidding? So, anyways. All right, guys, don't forget to check out realmikemartins.com. If you guys want to check it out, realmikemartins.com. There it is right there. If you guys want to go to the website, I spent a couple of days here. Go here, go to archives, and you'll see all the episodes of I worked really hard, and I try to put the names of the guests that were on the show so you guys could see what was going on Mike in the Night. So there it is right there. There's 487. So everything's been updated, guys, if you guys want to check it out. There it is right there. Yeah, so there it is right there, guys. I did a lot of work. So I put up I got 478 put up, 477, 476, 475, 474, and 473. That's part 2 of our prediction show. People are asking for our prediction show, so I'm going to try and put them up this week for you guys. And I'll do that for you guys this week. So go and sign up for the newsletter. And Mike in the Night, this is the first time that's ever happened to me where it had over 5,000 views on Rumble. I could never break. I had a really tough time breaking 1,000 views for the longest time. So now that we're back on Rumble, episode 500 is really good. And look, people are actually watching my independent videos here on Rumble. I don't get nobody really, you know what I'm saying? Henry S. is saying, I'm here listening. Thanks, buddy. Pamela's scared of these 15-minute cities. Oh, I have an 1881 Bible. I think my earliest Bible that I own, I think dates back to... I think that it dates back to 1830s. I have a lot of books from the 1830s. I don't believe of that everyone I've talked to had a near-death experience, doesn't want anything, doesn't want anything to do with being saved. They feel that they're okay. They had this dream, this near death, and everything's good. The Bible says it appointed unto man once to die, after this the judgment. You look stressed, Mike. Hope you could relax a bit. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm just everybody. It's just so pissy when you're trying to fix the future. We're trying to fix the problems and solve solutions, but they erase the history. Oh, they're creating BRICS nations. They're going to create the Silk Road. They're going to create this. They're going to. Portuguese did that in 1600. That's old news. They were dismantled and shot down and basically sunk because the Dutch, the French, all the heroes today that are ruining the world are the ones that were ruining it back then too. So there's in Revelation, souls cry out, God, after being persecuted. I went to San Felipe's side of town. Talk about whoa. Canadian here. We are big trouble. No guns, government controlling the internet, protesting, is basically illegal. And yeah, feed the homelessness. I hope America comes to free us one day. Yeah, that's something I've been very, very vocal on the channel. I have videos going back 2015 say, America, come free us. America, oh, how I long an American takeover. A lot of people say I'm out of my mind, but if America could fix its problems, and the people rise up in America and fix their problems, come and take us over now. Crown land, taxed to death. So tired of this shit. Just tired of this. Mike, you're woke. Mike, you're woke. It's true. One of my friends is Portuguese. He tells me the deal. We won't fix it. No, I don't think I'm woke. I'm awake. Patriot Canadian saying you're not alone, Mike. Yeah, it was. That's great, but the problem is when you're telling this for 10, 12 years and people dismiss you as a retarded or whatever I've been called over the years. Now it's happening, and I'm still retarded, and I don't. That's what's made me so bitter over all these years, warning people interest rates need to go to this by this date, and it's happening. 5 years ago, I was telling people this. And this is the problem I have. This is the problem. It's like, I just want to be heard. Someone told me on Mike in the Night the other day that I want to get big. No. I just want people to hear and say, oh, okay, all right. Okay. No, I'm awake. I'm not woke. I know what the hell's going on. Maybe we need to write up a new Bible for today's time forward. No, we don't have to do. That's changing history. That's the problem. That's what they want to do with the Declaration of Independence. That's what they want to do about the Bill of Rights, and they want to do with the Constitution. They want to rewrite it to make it for today's time. That's the biggest mistake you'll ever make. Because you're watching YouTube documentaries, and the French were doing this. Wait, there was no France. France didn't even exist. How is this even humanly possible? Because this guy could be making this documentary and not actually calling out the tribes that live there and the kingdoms that live there, because it's completely different. He's awake, not woke. My best friends were Portuguese and Italian. We don't need to rewrite the Bible again. No, we don't. No one will tell the truth. So that's what's going on there. Oh. Yeah, man. It's just really in a really bitter mood. Just really, really bitter. Just the sanity is slipping. Everyone's losing their minds. I'm upset because I'm seeing what's happening, and I've been telling people what's going to happen. And not a peep. I'm 10 years pre-COVID. I'm 10 years pre-COVID. Some guy says, oh, I don't want to subscribe to your YouTube channel. You said the trees are going to hollow out because the lack of carbon in the air. There's always going to be trees. I know that. But I'm saying, if we're getting rid of the factories, we're getting rid of everything, and the cars and all this up, what are the trees going to breathe? In my assumption, I think the trees may hollow out. Some of them will start hollowing out because they just don't have they can't breathe in the carbon they need. But then hold on a second. The guy says, yeah, that just threw me out the window. I think you need to get your head checked. Fair enough. And then I replied to him and said, yeah, you know what people told me in 2019, we were covering the worldwide protests all over the world in 2019. And we were saying that, and my solution to that was they're going to pull the trigger on a pandemic. I've said it 11 times now. I keep finding it everywhere, and people keep sending me links. Thank you. So they're going to pull the trigger on a pandemic. They have to pull the trigger. You know how many people wrote me to tell me how crazy and out of my mind I was that people will even fall for something like that? Yeah. Okay, they haven't watched the Lorax movie. It's about them taking all the trees and selling and selling us air. Okay, what is it? We need to take up arms, uh, take down the Nayers. God's been telling people for 4,000 years, and nobody's listening. Don't feel bad. You're amongst good company. I'm sorry to hear that. It sounds as you are targeted as a nation and culture. The so-called let me bring that I'm going to find the book again published in the 1830s. I'll go to the indexed part and I'll go to the year. In the year 1700 or 1701, the Queen of England issued to open fire on Portuguese vessel ships. They're getting too big. I'll show you I'll show you everything from the old publishings. Open fire on unarmed Portuguese merchant ships. So they're blowing up ships all over the place, and sinking and murdering a whole culture. So before they say, look what they did to Libya, look what they did, no, look what they did to the Portuguese. And I don't understand why that even in this day, I was working for a company. The owner found out I was Portuguese and fired me on the spot. And I could get the I could call Revenue Canada, get the T4. I could get everything for you guys, and I could prove it. I could even call a lawyer and say, I know this is the statute of limitations or whatever, but I did work, and I did like they see if the people are still or who's still alive or whatever, and then they could actually piece it in and say, yeah, you did fire him because they found out he was Portuguese. And there's multiple companies I worked for where I had to hide that I was Portuguese. So I don't understand why. Anyways, I don't care anymore. I once told Jesus I'm such a strange duck. I heard right away. I like strange duck. So he likes you. Jesus is indeed uh, shaking the nations so his precious jewels will come out. Woo! Jesus right here. Anyways. Business is okay, guys. I don't know. I'm just getting by. Getting by the hairs of my neck. It's that the fires we had up here kind of dampened it. It was the floods, the flooding we had, and couldn't access my store for almost a month, and it was really hard. And we lost. I think the town lost 1,000 people. We don't have much people here. We got 2 stoplights, and I think we lost a good chunk of people. I'm uh, I'm just trying to get by, guys. I'm just trying my best. I'm trying to keep my sanity. I'm trying to make sense of things. You know what I'm saying? That's true, France. Mike, the France first Canadian ancestor left wasn't called France. We came for Octa. Yeah, no, if they're gonna be making these YouTube videos, and YouTube is obviously this guy's good because he's putting things on a map that never existed. We need to change history. So I have a feeling YouTube's all part of this. They're all part of this grand scheme to remove history, and then to shame the ones that actually did historical things. Mike Martins, look into the Antichrist and a cup of tea. It's King Charles III. Can't be anyone else. Look into, please, greetings from Germany. Thank you. Now, you're in Germany, right? When did Germany find its existence? In the 1800s, 1900s? I know there was multiple empires there, but it wasn't Germany. I know there's about 23 different, like Italy's a good example. Italy's got, I think, 27 different dialects, 27 different languages in Italy. They just unified it and made it a country. But it was, if you look on Wikipedia, it says in 1945, the idea of Italy became a reality, right? So let's keep this light stock market crash in the next few months and World War III by fail. That's a major concern that could be agitating you in a little bit. The slow customers. Oh no, when I'm here, oh no, when I'm here, I'm doing jumping jacks. I'm in a great mood. I'm gonna open my door in a bit, let the sun come in, feel good, and actually feel, sit at the stairs, watch people walk by. I get productive. I put a lot of these games, like these games are in the system. Like if you want a good colonial game, buy this one off me. Buy this one. Anno 1800. It's an industry game. It's a really good game. It's 2 to 4 players, ages 12 and up, 120 minutes. Buy that one. You want another one? Buy this one. I got one left. Lords of Waterdeep. Buy this game. Buy this game off me. I promise you, it's a work management game. Buy Viticulture. It's a winemaking game. The real one's called Vinhos de Portugal. I don't have that one in stock anymore. It's Vinhos de Portugal. That was the original winemaking. Really good board game. Okay. I don't know why anyone races against Portugal. Nobody. Portugal. Nobody. The Amish get loads. Everybody gets. Anybody that's doing things the right way or doing things the way they should. If they left the Portuguese alone in the 1600s and let them build their ports and let them blah 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 and let them expand and the cartography and everything. If they just left them alone and let them continue, the Portuguese today would be a massive problem for the English. Because the English were hundreds of years behind the Portuguese, and so were the French and the Dutch. They were just so far behind that they had to basically and then again, I get a job in Toronto. We don't want Portuguese people here. Hi Mike, hi chat. Sorry, I've been fighting with Afrocentrists. Got here late. Even Sigmeyer's Pirates. Portugal was awesome. Hey John, how you doing? Danny's in the house. Talk about we talk about that stuff. Donnie, we talk about that on Mike in the Night. I've already been suspended 15 times off YouTube. I was even suspended for making a prediction on how they were going to roll it out. And they were going to blame the vaccinated on the unvaccinated. I actually made a prediction way before all the channels got it. Way before they even rolled anything out or even decided to roll anything out. I was doing a morning coffee with Mike outside. And I was doing it for you guys in really early 2020. I think it was March of 2020 I was doing it. And I was telling you guys how they were going to roll this out. So it looks like, guys, they're going to terminate my backup YouTube channel. So this channel, so if you go to my channel here, okay, what's happening is I got another strike on this channel here. And they want to terminate it because what happened was YouTube banned me from my main channel during the trucker convoy and everything else. They've banned me. So we're getting banned from YouTube. So there it is right there. Now, the reason why they actually want to get rid of me or rid of this channel because of all the footage we're getting in on Mike in the Night for the trucker protests all over Canada and Ottawa, people reporting for us in Ottawa. They want to get rid of, they want to get rid, look, Mike in the Night, they actually, mainstream media and other media sources actually stole our footage. This is Lenny Poo. Lenny Poo sent this to us on the ground for Mike in the Night, and that got stolen from us. A lot of stuff has gotten stolen from us. This one with the flag on the back got stolen from us. I don't know about that one. Yeah, I think this one got stolen from us. So people are taking, and then they're not, and look at this one. They're going to be freezing bank accounts. Look, Canadians withdraw money from banks, no confidence, and governments will freeze bank accounts. 3 days later, they froze everyone's bank accounts. And then Jordan Peterson, a week after, made a video about it. Thank you, Jordan Peterson, for taking this video and regurgitating and making yourself look like a hero. And it's one after another after another. We keep, look at that. Look, the Ravens in this one. Live from Mike in the Night. So they're taking that Mad channel off me. So they banned me on my main channel when the convoy started, and then they let me go back on my channel after the convoy was ended. So I was suspended for a couple of months off that channel. So, good morning, Mike. Hello, everybody. Says nothing's free. You speak facts, and that's why they are, trying to delete the channel. Reach out to the angry prepper to set up an interview, Mike. Guys, I don't reach out to nobody unless I've already had them on the show or talked to them. There's a lot of other channels. I've reached out to, hey, let's do a collab, let's talk. I get silence, and then sometimes I get replies from people stating that, like, I've had people like you guys on my behalf contact other channels and say, hey, why don't you do something with Mike Martins? Hey, like this guy's been on the, like he's been talking about this for years. Why don't you talk to this guy? Maybe have him on your channel. They get replies back saying, oh, yeah, that guy's he's just an idiot, or he's not considered anyone that's worthy of having on my channel and stuff like that, right? And okay, where are we going here? I like the pork chops, cool culture, cool food. Oh my god, the custard tarts. Some of the best friends I've ever had in my life were pork chops. Pamela Page, if you speak another language, there are plenty of places you could go with. It's all a matter of preference and what you could afford. If you, yep. Oh, she only speaks English. Guys, I'm gonna go back and rehash my Mike in the Night. I did Mike in the Night in Portuguese a few maybe 7-8 episodes, and then I did Mike in the Night in Spanish for like 7-8 episodes of those of maybe back in 2017 2016. The only problem I had with those shows was I ran out of people to call. Like I called the same 5 people every week, and it was really hard for me to find people that spoke Portuguese to come on the show. That were because I'm broadcasting out of Canada. It was hard to reach people in those countries, right? It's because I guess it's set for thing. Angry Prepper is cool, Mike. Not like that, Mike. No, I'm not saying nobody's like that. I'm just saying I've already reached out. I've done my thing. I've actually did my hey, let's reach out and I've done it. I've done my thing. If there's somebody you guys want, you guys can contact them on my behalf. I have no problem. Mike in the Night's wide open. Right? You want to get somebody woke on that knows everything, you can get them on, and then the woke person could teach us how they see their perspective in life, right? Yeah. So we're just blocked everywhere. I never understood why. It never made any sense to me. There's channels out there, 23 videos up, 250,000 subscribers. And they're just post-dicting stuff. A couple of million views per video. I don't get it. Damn, is that a store or your collection? No, it's my store, man. I'm in a store, man. Go to mtg.toys, guys. Go buy a board game for me. We got Great Western Trails back. Look, we got Brazil. I like this game. It's got the founding fathers. Look, it's got look Vasco da Gama, all the founding fathers of Portugal, and then how they created basically an empire in Brazil. And there it is, right there, Brazil. It's a really good game. Furnace is good. Great Western Trails is good. Cyclades, if you like Greek mythological, Cyclades is a good game. I have it all in the store, mtg.toys. Fallout's a good game. So remember, guys, these are all board games. Tekanoko's really good. And yeah, there's a lot of good ones. Dominion's good. Get the base game. If you don't have Dominion base, get Dominion base. Get that. mtg.toys, people. mtg.toys. Use promo code Mike in the Night and save. Yeah, so there it is, right? Lots of games, man. Who remembers this? Who out there remembers HeroQuest? Who remembers this game? So, who remembers? I do. I loved it. Yep. But I was always no. Now you could play it off you could have the tablet as the game master or your phone as the game master, and the game master does everything for you on the phone, and you could play against the game with the tablet. So you don't have to. You can play by yourself now if you want. Yeah, I think they've changed the history more than once in the past. Oh, hundreds, multiple times. They're actually removing civilizations and empires. They're actually removing it from history completely. Like Mansions of Madness. Yeah, that's right here. Yep, like Mansions of Madness. You got it. Like this game right here, Mansions of Madness. So if you guys want to support me, buy MTG. Go to mtg.toys and buy a game, man. I ship to the United States and Canada. I would appreciate the support as much as possible. We got 3D puzzles you could check out. City puzzles, 3D. Some cars and um, models and stuff there. Some Gundams. So if you guys want to help me out, you can do it by doing that. And yeah, I'm just getting by, doing my thing, trying to keep my sanity, trying to make sense of things, trying so hard, you know, to live a sensible life, show my kids, every day I get up, go to work, and do my thing, and just try to make ends, making ends meet, and yeah. Sorry I'm late, says read God's words. Yeah, don't worry about it, man. You can watch the replay. Oh, the games vary. Just go to mtg.toys, guys. Check it out and surf around. Go through the collection. Look at what sticks out. Yeah. Anyways. There's someone standing at my door. We don't open for another 20 minutes. Oh, there's someone at my door. I'm just watching people outside. Yeah, people in town think my store is closed. Like, they actually think this store is not non-existent anymore. That's the problem I'm facing here. I just never been accepted in the community. Never been accepted here in the town. It's like I'm an island here in this town. And this guy wants to open a business in America. He wants to open a business, and it's like, yeah, it's so yeah. I don't know. I'm just hearing a bunch of people at my door. The sign says what time I open. They don't even know what time I open. Let's see here. Hey guys, I open at 11. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
She just had some questions.
Okay, sorry about that.
So I'll just answer it.
No worries. So there's a lady outside with a pile of just a couple of shopping carts with stuff inside. Probably stuff I threw in the garbage. She's trying to come back and sell it to me here. So yeah, that's just, I don't know. It's just what it is. I don't know. Anyways, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll get back, guys, this Saturday, Mike in the Night, as usual. We'll be back for Mike in the Night, and we will. I'll be here for you guys this Saturday for Mike in the Night, and yeah, if you don't mind, maybe going to some of my older stuff and sharing some of it, letting people know that, like, I don't know, just a Canadian content creator, like, as myself, I'm broken in this whole platform thingy. I'm completely broken in this whole platform, like, just trying to find a way, trying to get word out, and I've been 10 years pre-COVID, and I've been doing what I can, just trying to create discussion, man, trying to find solutions, I know the feeling on the Sunshine Coast, and I am not I'm not a hippie drum circle person. I'm ex-Canadian Forces. I don't blend in well with the artsy fartsy clique here. BC seems to be full of impertinental social bubbles. Hit the like button, folks, for more great content. Yeah, guys. I know I've been ranting, and it's like the sanity needs to come back. There needs to be a balance somewhere, somehow, some way. And something needs to give somewhere. Go to mtg.toys, guys. Go and buy something for me if you can. I'm putting up the Yu-Gi-Oh cards right now as we speak and getting that section done. And if you guys want to get a board game, man, just grab a board game. There's so many good games out there. I just wish more people knew. Anyways, I'm gonna get going, guys. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Yeah, take it day by day. That's what I'm doing. Do Canadians support your local business? No, a lot of people come in here and use me as a catalog to see what's available, and then because they don't know the availability or the existence of some product, and then they just go buy it online for cheaper. So you don't fit because you're chosen to shine brightly in the valley of the shadow of darkness. Well, there's some truth to that. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys on Saturday for Mike in the Night. It's Thursday today. I don't know if I'll make a video tomorrow. I don't know. Anyways, Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.